Hi guys, good evening, and welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host, Eddie, and in tonight's video, I apologize for the delay, but I had a very full yesterday of Morbius. But now I finally had a chance to watch the latest episode of Star Trek Picard, and it was a big improvement over the last two episodes, and I'll get to that momentarily. But before I begin, of course, if you're not caught up on Star Trek Picard by this episode or the past two episodes, you do not want to keep watching or listening, as I obviously go into spoilers, plot details, character stuff, all that jazz. That being said, you have been warned. Let's dive right back into it. First and foremost, I guess I don't know as much about Data or Dr. Soon, the man who created him. I was under the impression he was a cyberneticist or some kind of scientist specializing in robotics or androids, since that's what Data and his daughter were. But I guess he was actually a geneticist trying to cure his real-life daughter of her ailments. And then maybe when she passed, he created an android version of her. Is that what happened? I don't know. I was a little thrown off by his storyline in this episode. I get why Q was reaching out to him. Like, I guess he thinks he's got access to the young woman who he couldn't work his magic on at the end of last week's episode, which turned out to be Picard's ancestor, Renee Picard, which I guess is his great aunt, apparently. So that was an interesting twist of who that young woman was. I'm glad that they saved Rios right away. I'm glad that they took care of that. I was a little unclear as to why the Borg Queen placed a bogus phone call to the police, lured an officer there. Was she trying to assimilate him? Like, was she going to use his body to transfer her being and everything about her into him so she wasn't, like, strung up on the wall like she was? Was that what that was about? And then, obviously, Agnes killed her living physical form, but I think the Queen already imprinted herself on Agnes, so now she's carrying both of their consciences up here. Is that what was implied in that final scene there while she's sitting in that security room? I don't know. It was still a good episode, though. I thought we got a fun cameo from Leah Thompson, who directed the last two episodes and, of course, was the star of the Back to the Future series, also dealing in time travel. So I like that she was one of the scientists who were overseeing Dr. Soon there. And again, you know, this episode was a bit confusing in parts, but it was still entertaining enough, and it was still, for some weird reason, far more enjoyable than the previous two episodes, which were both okay, but not as good as this one. So again, not sure what the Borg Queen's angle was. Was she just trying to really fully connect herself with Agnes? Don't really get why Q went to Soon, why he thinks Soon has access to Picard, Renee Picard. Maybe he does. Or when he was referring to Picard, maybe he's talking about killing Jean-Luc Picard, not Renee Picard. I don't know. But, and then I guess the mission that she's supposed to go on is the thing that they think is going to happen in 3 days. Could it be something else? Sure, maybe. I don't know. Still an entertaining episode. I like that all of our characters made it back to each other, at least. You know, Rafi and Seven saving Rios, and those guys going back to the abandoned vineyard where Picard and the woman who looks like his Romulan love interest, but isn't, I guess, is there or something. I guess she is part of the same being. She is one of a similar being to Guinan, if not the same species, or she's part of the same order, which is they're supposed to keep an eye on people who are going to significantly change or impact the course of history for the better and for the best. You know, which is probably why she's like Renee Picard's babysitter or watcher. But Q is obviously trying to change that. So, and then I'm not sure if I don't know if they addressed this or not, but Picard did talk about how unpredictable Q can be, but did he reveal to the others that he thinks there might be something wrong with him? Again, I don't think so, but we'll see what happens. I did realize with this episode, we are halfway through this season already, and I certainly hope it gets better from here, because those first two episodes were so good. And then the last two have been kind of and this one was better, so hopefully it continues to get better and go up from here as the show moves along into its second half. But I liked it fine. Don't have a whole lot of stake in this show or this season in particular, but I enjoyed season one just fine, and I'm trying to and am enjoying season 2, as I hope you guys are as well. So what did you think of this episode? I'd love to hear your thoughts and feelings on it. Do you have any answers to any of the questions I was asking earlier throughout this video? Let me know down below in the comments section. Have an awesome rest of your night and your weekend. Star Trek Picard drops new episodes every Thursday on Paramount Plus. Have a good one, everyone. And of course, until next time, live long and prosper.